Okay, so I thought about this idea for a video yesterday when I was doing my brows because I have no eyebrows and I do have highlights. My hair is bleached. I'm sorry, this angle is like really bad, so I'm gonna have to hunch for this entire video. So that would be really interesting is if I showed you guys how I did my eyebrows and then how I did my eyebrows with Boy Brow. This is one of those products from Glossier that everybody talks about, that everybody is obsessed with, and for me, it's been really hard to really enjoy it because I have such blonde brows and because my whole overall look is very light. And so I sometimes feel like that eyebrow gel is just a little bit too deep for my hair color and for kind of the look I want to go for. So I thought it'd be really fun to kind of do a one product highlight talking about the Glossier Boy Brow. If you want to see more videos like this featuring other products from Glossier or another brand, just leave them down below and I will gladly film them. My goal is to keep this video nice and short, to the point. We're talking about brows, we're gonna do them, and that's it. So without further ado, let's do my brows. So the product in question today is the Glossier Boy Brow. And this one is in the shade Blonde. Now I do feel like this shade is a little bit too dark for me. I don't know why I talked so slow, that was really awkward. This is my natural brow. The hairs are really sparse, but there's a lot of very light hairs that are almost white that are around the entire brow. So although the color of it is really, really light, there are a lot of hairs that make up my brows. There you go. Those are my eyebrows. So I really enjoy using the brow pencil from ColourPop. That's about what the tone looks like if I really build up the color. One swipe, it's not as dark as that. And for color comparison, let's swatch the Boy Brow next to it. And so that is what the Boy Brow looks like. So you see it's not as dark as this pencil really blended out, but it does have that kind of depth. I feel like I wish, even with the ColourPop product, that it was a little bit lighter. So when I go in to do my brow, I kind of reshape the bottom as well as the top of my brow. And maybe a little bit in the front. And then that's it. That's really all I do. And then I either with my finger or with a brush will kind of just like blend out that product and then go in with a clear brow gel. This one is from ColourPop, and just kind of shape my brow. So that's kind of how I start my brows. You can see the difference between one and the other. I just have really, really light brow hairs, and so by adding a little bit of that depth, it gives me a little bit more dimension, but I never feel like I can go too dark with them. And so that's pretty much it. I keep it really simple with my brows, and then I would blend them out with a clear brow gel to kind of shape them and get them looking a little bit more full, because right now it's looking kind of funky. Let me really look at my mirror and do this. So I'm gonna go in with this clear brow gel. What I like to do is rub off the excess on the back of my hand. That way the brush isn't too coated or too thick, and then I can really go in and kind of shape the brow the way that I want to, so that I'm not depositing too much product, but I'm still shaping and setting my brows the way that I want them to be. So that would be kind of how I do one brow versus the other. And now we're gonna go in and sort of shape that other brow, really brushing the hairs up like so. This right here would be my everyday brow. And now let's see what the Boy Brow looks like. Yes, it would have been smart for me to do this on no brows, but I promise I don't have enough hairs, so I do need to add a little bit of that tail with this product to actually give myself brows. I've done them enough times, I promise. If you actually have a full brow, this might be different. If you have no hair like me, I would recommend going in with a pencil first or some sort of a product or powder to get that shape before you go in and add the fibers and add that hair-like texture back into the brow. I have applied this on top of a clear brow gel. I feel like it applies exactly the same. So again, we're good, I promise. So I like taking the boy brow and again, on the back of my hand, getting rid of the excess product because I feel like there is just way too much that's on that brush and I don't need all of that product in my very pale brows. So we're gonna go in and zoom you in a little bit and apply boy brow. If I feel like the brush is a little dry, I can just dip back into that product that's on the back of my hand, and then I can control how much product I dispense and how my brow looks. I love how fluffy this can make your brows look, and I love that the fibers really stick to the hairs, so you can kind of see one brow to the other. It definitely has deepened in color from kind of that yellow blonde that my natural brow is, and it has added a lot of kind of fiber and texture, which I feel like isn't a very clean brow, and I prefer a more clean brow but not like a cut brow. So that would be my finished brow with boy brow. For y'all, this probably looks really skinny. For me, this is a very thick and very dark brow. I usually don't wear my brows this dark, so you can see the difference between one brow and the other. So we're gonna do this one, pick up a little more of that product on the back of my hand and apply it. When it comes to the tail of my brow, I actually really love the depth and the hairs that this adds. I believe it's a little too dark for the front of my brows, but for the tail of my brow, I like what it does. Here are my finished brows with the Glossier boy brow. I wish we could do like a side-by-side comparison, and maybe I'll do that. I'll get like a kind of screen grab and show you guys before and after. Overall, I love the boy brow. I think it's an amazing product. I really wish they had just a slightly lighter shade. I know this probably doesn't look too wacky, but because this shade really resembles my natural roots a little bit more, I feel like it makes my hair look more grown out. Whereas when I have my natural brow that's very, very blonde and not super crazy, I feel like it makes my hair look a little bit more natural and kind of fit a little bit better. I'm not really into like the black brow blonde hair thing. It's just not really my vibe. But I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of application and a really short review. This is a fantastic product. I don't use it every day. It's not my favorite brow, but whenever I do my brows with this, I always feel like they look really good and really full. And so for days where maybe I'm doing a little bit more of an intense makeup look, this is what I reach for. But there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out my others and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on my channel. Bye guys.